the Stonelees Golf Centre in Ebbsfleet, which is in the east part of Kent, isn't it? Near Ramsgate. So
yeah, we're very near the coast here.
Yeah, fine. So what we're going to do today is we're going to contribute something towards Meat-Free Monday, and hopefully it'll be something you'll enjoy. This is Chef Anthony, who's my son.
Good afternoon.
And the question is, you had a free hand, what are you going to do with it?
Well, we're going to show you a couple of items today that we do here on our wedding menus. So today we're going to do some field mushrooms stuffed with garlic, tomatoes and red onions, and we're going to do a little herb crust to go on top. And then we're going to do a green Thai stir fry, which we're going to serve with pilau rice. So I hope that'll keep everyone happy. And I'm going to just prep you a few bits here and get started.
Okay, let's start off with the ingredients that you're going to be working with for this.
So we've got some field mushrooms here. These are, everything I get veg-wise comes locally from Nash Farm, who are a little farm shop. They're independent. They get some stuff from local farmers. They get some stuff from London as well, and not other places, but obviously what we can is local. They supply all my eggs for me. We get free range eggs from them, which are all local. It's about food miles really, and keeping things as close as we can. So
do you try and use organic where possible?
Yeah, wherever we can. Obviously within limitations, if sometimes the cost is too much, and sometimes organic is labelled for the wrong terms, I feel. So sometimes organic food isn't everything it's made up to be in certain places. So you have to be careful with what you buy in organic food. Don't buy it just because it says organic. Make sure you look into the details of it,
right, and
source where it comes from.
Do you find yourself under pressure to provide meat-free on a daily basis, or is it something you just do maybe once or twice a week?
We always have vegetarian options on the menus. We make our own spicy bean burgers, which are very popular with vegetarians. Also we have a very regular crowd here because we have a lot of members coming in. We do vegetable lasagnas, and then we look at things like, also we do cheese sandwiches and things like that. So, and also then for the weddings and stuff, we always make sure we offer a vegetarian and a vegan alternative. Right. So, which we always have at least 2 options. So today, this would cover for vegan as well, yeah? Yep, this is going to be totally vegan, this meal. So there's no cheese, no dairy, we use no butter. So it's as vegan as we can. Brilliant. Right, well, get on with some prepping. I've got a couple more questions for you while you're doing some work. Because I noticed as we came in that you're doing weddings, and I just can't quite figure out how you're doing it for the money, to be honest. So I just wanted to. Well, we do our all-inclusive package, which we do, and that includes the DJ, the cake. We do all the flowers, everything you can think of for the wedding, all for about £4,500. So, and that's based on 50 people. So, and that includes a free-of-course sit-down meal. That includes a buffet in the evening. Absolutely everything you can think of. We try and take all the pressure out of the wedding. So the theory being that you can just come in, you pick what colours you want, you can pick what sort of cake you want. We have limited suppliers that we deal with, so we put you in touch with them, and we take care of all the bills. So does the registrar come here? Yep, we get married here. We have a function room and also a garden where you can get married. It's large enough. It's a nice large garden area, so you can have a marquee out there if you want. Well, while you were off doing collecting ingredients, I actually did a couple of shots and a little bit of filming of the area. So we can add that on later. Well, actually, we'll be putting it on at the start, actually. So just so people can get an idea of where we are today. I just wanted to, but obviously it's more important. It's just important as to what gets on with you. So you can have a set price one, a wedding. Yep. Or if you wanted to. If you wanted a specific type of wedding with specific products that you wanted to eat, you could do a bespoke option. Yeah, we can tailor for every sort of wedding here. We've got a fantastic lady called Chelsea who deals with all the weddings. She's amazing. She will sit down with you, talk about what you want. We can change menu requirements. We're very flexible. So, and obviously we're using fresh local ingredients. Everything's homemade. So covers everything really.
Okay, right, well that's great. So I'm now going to shut up asking you stupid questions. And if you could
You're so good at it.
If you could just talk us through what you're doing, and I'll leave you in peace, basically, for a change.
Fantastic, right. So we're just making to start our stuffings for our mushrooms. So we've got fresh tomatoes. These have been skinned. So I've blanched them in hot water for 10-12 seconds. And I've taken the skins off. So now I'm just going to take all the seeds out so I can cut all the flesh. Hopefully get through this as quick as I can. So obviously you could use tinned tomatoes for this quite happily. But for the flavour I always prefer fresh. Once we've made this, we're then also going to make a Thai paste, which we can use for our stir fry. So this is a raw paste, so we're going to blend all the ingredients together in the food processor, and then this will keep for about a month. So it means it's really versatile, so you can make it, you can make a large batch.
Could you freeze it?
Yeah, you could freeze it. You could probably do it in almost like an ice cube tray style. And then afterwards you'd be, all you need is your vegetables, so you can use a stir fry pack, cut the cubes of the Thai paste, and away you go.
So have you got anything on the go here, yeah, or in the background?
In the background here we've got some vegetable stock, which I'm infusing with some cloves and bay leaves, and we're going to use that to make our pilau rice. So obviously it's really important to infuse the flavours first. So usually about 20 minutes I like to leave it for. Just to make sure you can get all that lovely flavour coming through the dishes. So if you cook the rice straight in, you're not going to get the full flavour of those coming through. So here's my tomato. Right, now we're going to make our Thai puree paste. So into the food processor, we're going to start with some garlic cloves. Got here some fresh peeled ginger, plenty of ginger. We've got some green chilies. These are bird's eye chilies, so they're quite hot. I've taken all the seeds out, so that takes a little bit of the heat out of it. And here I've got lime juice and zest. That's a whole lime that is in there. That's going to give it a nice kick. A little bit of salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper.
Presumably that's sea salt, is it?
Yes, sea salt has been ground.
Right.
Then we've got some turmeric in there. And then in here we've got some chilli powder and a little bit of mustard powder. So the reason why we're using fresh chilies and ground chilies is because the ground chilies will give it a nice heat all the way through. So whether the chilies will give you a little bit of a hotter bit here and there. So we're then going to add into that some desiccated coconut. And then it's going to be a bit noisy when we get that blitzed up. Back. I've just forgot my coriander, which I left downstairs. So we're just going to chop a nice couple of big bunches of this into there. It's going to give it a lovely colour. Right then. You get all of that in there, we don't want to waste any. So we're going to give this another blitz now. And let this blitz around for a minute. I'm going to pour some oil in the top just to bind it all together. It might be a bit noisy, so you might not hear me very well. Right, and that's done. And that's all our prep done now. All we need to do down is get round to the cooking. Back in the cooking stage now. So what we're going to do here is we've got my pilau rice in here now. So this is just coming to the boil. Okay, and this is the secret of perfect rice. This is what we're going to do is we're going to bring that to the boil. I'm going to take that off the heat with a nice lid on it. And the secret is that will cook through now in about 15-20 minutes, and that will be absolutely perfectly cooked rice. Right, so we're going to do now, we're going to make the filling for the mushrooms. The mushrooms are in the oven. I'm going to roast them on. I'll put a bit of seasoning on them, a little bit of groundnut oil again, and now we're going to make a little filling for it. So we've got a little bit of vegetable oil here. Just drop the garlic. That's no problems. You get the onions in there. A little bit of garlic we've got left there. Our fresh tomatoes in there. We're going to just sweat these down now and really get them breaking down. This is going to make the base of our sauce. beauty of using fresh tomatoes is they've got all the juice and the flavour in there we need, so we just want to reduce that right down. So just be starting to break up a little bit, they'll be nice and soft, and you've got all that lovely flavour. These are vine ripened tomatoes, so they've got a nice real good flavour. Don't be tempted to buy cheap tomatoes, they don't get anywhere near the same sort of flavour. Right, while that's sweating down, I'm then going to add a little bit of spinach in there in a minute when it's fully cooked. A little bit of seasoning. That's going to take a little bit, sort of 5 minutes or so to break down. And then we're going to make the stir fry. So we've got wok, very hot wok. The secret of a good stir fry is nice and hot. Don't be too tight with the oil either, you're going to need that pan to be nicely oiled up. So what I want to see now is we want to see a little bit of smoke coming out of the pan. Okay, that's going to make sure we're going to be nice and hot so we get a good quick cook. There we go, just see a nice haze coming off that. So we're going to start with the stir fry, our Thai paste. About half of that in there. And into there we're going to get, first cut the vegetables, we're going to onions and carrots into there. This is going to take slightly longer to cook, so we'll broken down the vegetables so they cook nicely. Still here, you can see the colours coming through now, that's coriander, really lovely green looking curry.
I can smell it already.
Yeah, you can really smell that garlic and the ginger, you can really smell that start. And the hint of the coconut just gives you that sweetness. Okay, next we've got some baby corn, which I've cut into quarters, into some green beans. So, we're getting it all coated into that spice. Make sure to stir fry here, we're making enough for at least 3 or 4 people, or just me and Dad because we're quite hungry. And then our peppers in. So I've got a lot of room between the vegetables, but just split it up like that just gives them a separate cooking time, so we're going to have nice crunchy vegetables, is what we're looking for. Right, then into this, we'll have a couple of labels of stock. Got enough stock here. That's going to help come together to really bring all those flavours through the dish. I'll put a lid on there for a minute and then it'll cook right through. Now we've got tomatoes here. You can see they're just starting to break down a bit, so they're just starting to get mushy around the edges. That's what we want. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the spinach. Always use plenty of spinach. Don't be shy with it. By the time you finish cooking with it, as you probably know, it's going to be about an eighth of what you started with. So even a nice big pack of spinach is really only going to do you probably about 4 or 5 mushrooms. So once you get the spinach in, just keep moving it around. You don't want it to burn now. The spinach cooks really quickly. So as it melts down, it's going to bring a bit of water out as well. So that's why we need a nice high heat to make sure we get rid of all that water. Lovely. Then you've got that freshness of the spinach coming through with the nice melted tomatoes. That's going to be absolutely lovely. Right, now we've got the stir fry. This is about ready to go. So obviously we don't overcook this too much. Keep all the vegetables nice and fresh. Lovely. And we're going to plate that up next. And then finally we've got a little mushroom coating. So in here I've got breadcrumbs, I've got pine nuts, and I've got some mixed herbs that I picked fresh out of the garden. So I've got oregano, rosemary and thyme in there. Okay. We're just cooking it on a low heat, well high heat rather. I just want a bit of colour on it. We're just going to brown it up a little bit. Then excuse me 1 second. We'll use a little bit of groundnut oil again, just to bind this together as it browns off. So It's almost going to be like a savoury crumble topping. This is what it's going to be. And again, now I can smell the pine nuts coming through. They really give it a nutty flavour. So it's going to have a nice, lovely texture on top of that soft mushroom. You've got a nice soft filling. You're going to have a nice crunch to this. It's going to top off the dish really nicely. That's just going together now. You just see a bit of colour coming in there. The nuts are all coated and it's just starting to go a little bit thick with that oil. Again, just a touch more oil. Again, that's just going to help bring it together. You don't want too much oil in there, it's going to make it soggy. The oil just binds it all together, so when you stick it onto your top of your mushrooms, it's all going to stick together nicely. There we go. That's lovely and brown now. Just a light colour to it, it's not too much. And again, you just see it's just starting to stick together a little bit. So that's going to hold together nicely. Wow, the flavours. Now it's cooked out, you can really smell the thyme coming through. You get fresh thyme, really important. This is a lovely herb. So fantastic, all we need now is put it all together. So here we are on the final part, the presentation, which is a very key part in chefing. So I grab my mushrooms. I'm just going to fill 2 of these. That'll be perfect for us. So we've got our topping here. So we've got our tomatoes and mushroom, spinach all in here. Generously fill that up. There we go. Then we've got our crumb topping. So again, it's just, you see that golden colour to it. So, and that's just going to sit on top lovely like that. So that is a great starter. It's quite simple to prep. You can do a lot of the prep time ahead of time. So it's literally, you can heat that last bit at the last minute and put it all together. So we're just going to put this together on a plate for a bit of presentation. Some fresh salad leaves. Put a mushroom on top there. Oh man, that looks pretty good. And then here I've got a little bit of a balsamic glaze. So this is a balsamic reduction, balsamic vinegar, just a little bit of sugar. Okay. That's going to have the je ne sais quoi, just a little finish on there. So there is a mushroom stuffed with spinach, tomatoes and garlic. With lettuce, pine nut and herb crust, and a balsamic glaze. So, now we've got our main course. So, here's our pilau rice. And as you can see, it's fully cooked and all the water's gone. So there's no need to drain it or anything like that. And that's what we call a perfect pilau. And we get that by doing 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. And as long as you always measure it out, you'll always get a perfect rice. I'm just going to pick out the cloves that are in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them in my cup, give that a little squish, and with any luck, that will hold together in a nice little cup shape. Okay, so then you should have enough in there to do at least 2 cups quite comfortably. Okay, we've then got our stir fry here. And see all the vegetables are nice and crisp still. So we're not having anything soggy, we've got nice crunchy eating vegetables. That's a nice healthy portion on there, I'm not going to go shy with that. A little bit of fresh coriander on top, just loosely chopped. Okay, and then again just a little bit of dark soy sauce. Okay, I've not put this in the cooking on purpose because I don't want to reduce it too much and give it a really strong flavour. Okay, but there's a little bit on top there, it's just going to give you that nice little flavour, little kick to finish it off. So there we have our green Thai stir fry. Lots of good nice vegetables in there, you're going to have a real nice kick to that, and you'll get to see us trying that next. And thank you very much, I hope you enjoyed it. Really welcome your feedback.